Hi, this is Jason from Horrific Nightmares, and welcome back to the ABCs of Horror Challenge, created by Rob's Nightmares. Now, this is the challenge where we pick a certain movie associated with a certain letter, give it a watch, and review it. Very simple. This time we're going to be talking about letter L, and for letter L, I picked Looker. Looker is a 1981 film which runs approximately 93 minutes and is written and directed by Michael Crichton. May sound familiar, famous writer. Now this stars Albert Finney as Dr. Kerry Roberts, James Colburn as John Reston, and Susan Day as Cindy Fairmont. Now, Kim Carnes recorded her own version of the theme song on her album Voyeur, but the one on this film was sung by Sue Sad, which I had actually never heard of before. And I listened to both songs. Sounds like kind of a weird topic to talk about for a film. But I listened to both theme songs, and I thought I would like Kim Carnes' version better. But now, Kim Carnes, of course, was famous for Betty Davis Eyes in the 80s. But I actually like Sue Sad's better. I don't know whether it's the overall arrangement, but yeah, I like Sue Sad's better. Anyway, back to the movie. This movie kind of blew me away. Not because it's the greatest movie I've ever seen, but because Michael Crichton, when he wrote this was never a book. He just wrote the screenplay and the movie. But a lot of this has come true, and it kind of blows me away in an odd way. This is about, and this is one of the movies that I have to be careful what I say because I could give away everything, and I can't say too much about it. But this is about a doctor played by Albert Finney, which, by the way, was in very high demand around this time. He did movies like Wolfen, and I'm trying to think of the other movie he did around this time. I'm drawing a blank. But he was in very high demand. Unfortunately, the three movies that he did around this time were all considered box office bombs. So after that, not so much. But Albert Finney plays a doctor, a plastic surgeon, who is doing these minuscule plastic surgeries to these models, and he's not sure why. Because they come in with this computer printout of exactly what they want in for plastic surgery, and it's down to the millimeter. Like they want their nose shaved by a half a millimeter, or stuff like that. Come to find out, these models, who are now dropping dead after making commercials, are working for this company that are actually manipulating commercials in order to um, change the way the public thinks in a very manipulative way. And I'm going to leave it there. Probably already said more than enough, but this is one that, while I really enjoyed the film, it's the premise of the film which still gets me to this day, because it a lot of this actually happened, and they're actually doing a lot of what they've done in this movie in real life. And it's kind of scary in a way when you really think about it. Now, Susan Day, I mentioned her earlier. She plays one of the models. She, of course, was in the Partridge Family. And this was actually not the first time she went topless, but the first time she bared all for the camera. There is quite a bit of, if you can see right there, it says PG. There is quite a bit of PG nudity. But then again, that was kind of common for like late 70s, early 80s films. So, yeah. I would definitely say check out Looker. It is a bit dated, but when you really dive into the premise, I think you'll get a lot out of it. I enjoyed it for what it was. I had a great time with it. And yeah, check it out. And don't forget to check out what Rob's Nightmares and Joe the Hardman picked for letter L. Remember, guys, physical media matters. And speaking of, Warner Brothers actually put out a Blu ray of this. I actually found this in a thrift store, but yeah. And until next time, peace.